Oh, that's not how we used to do it, Ann. Wayne, what up?
What up, Kim?
You didn't just point to me. I'm used to waiting on music.
All right.
I haven't been given the music.
You haven't been given the music?
Now for the espresso shot.
Okay.
We got to upload it.
You're looking at the screen right now. Is the screen, you're not looking at me, though. Is the screen picking up my shirt?
Yep.
It is. This is a Candyland Creations masterpiece right here.
That's good.
I went to Candyland and said, listen, I need this photo on a shirt.
There's only select few people that would know.
If you know, you know.
If you don't know, you don't know about restaurants from Alabama.
If you know, if you don't know,
then look at it and Google, then YouTube it.
we can't tell you right now what but it's hilarious.
What's his name?
Ask
Do we
us.
even know his name?
No, we don't.
We don't know his name. We don't know the guy's name. But this
I've been
is.
comedian, the restaurant Arsenal.
It's
I do not.
no.
Free bars.
No longer a slave.
White devil.
Oh, I do look.
No longer has a hold on my life. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, you're
This is
not
our
going to get it. If you've seen it, you get it. Okay.
If you've seen it, if you know, you know.
And it's old.
We're about to christen Sean and Ann here after the
We'll
special
show 'em.
show.
Said, maybe we should turn off the television. We'll see the cringiest episode, and we're seeing it on the video.
It is the cringiest episode of
I
The
wouldn't
Office.
know. I don't watch The Office.
It's Scott's Tots for anybody who's aware.
Don't watch this one first.
Why?
Leave in the background.
It's the worst one.
Listen, this is our Friday Espresso Shot. We're back with another Friday Espresso Shot. Is this going to be number? Because I appreciate you releasing some classics in between our not meeting because we've been busy. Life is coming at us, and I'm having to take vacation time. I'm having to get people cover for me.
Yeah.
And
Time's tough.
And much of it is to serve. Like I'm taking some vacation time this Friday to lead the football team, local high school football team, in a devotion because our church is feeding them.
And Dan's doing the other.
What's Dan doing?
East Lincoln.
Dan Devine's doing the other high school.
Good night.
I think that's Thursday though.
But this
One of our
is-
other deacons.
But if we can do something to take the burden off of our pastor,
yeah,
is this
Single.
pretty much.
if we can do something to give him a breath, then that's what we're here for, to do that. So I'm excited to do that. But anyway, it's really busy in the lives of the layman. So Sean and Ann, I appreciate you releasing those videos, those classic espressos in between. Now this is Espresso Shot. You started over.
Yeah, we started over.
This is like 2 or 3.
I just name it for the date. So this will be for the whatever Friday is.
7th.
The 7th.
This is a Friday Espresso Shot for an episode coming out on
Monday, October the 11th.
There you
10th.
go.
10th.
10th.
There you go. There you go.
Well,
That's
it may come out on the 11th.
That's Kemp math.
I tutored a kid today in math.
Yeah, that was a good thread.
Scott's Tots.
Sean, did we do an Espresso Shot? We did one that didn't get released.
Yeah.
What happened?
There was something that was just corrupt with the file. I brought the file up, and there was no sound to it.
How do we know that that's not going to happen this time?
What
How do we know that
can you provide us?
we're not talking into mics that are just
in
not?
vain? What are we saying this is not going to return void?
There is no guarantees.
There's no guarantee that this won't return void. Well,
We'll check it out in between shows.
We think we know what happened. We think we started to do this.
before you tell me this, am I going to understand this?
No.
Okay.
So
Fix it.
we think we know what happened.
Okay.
Fix it, nerds.
Hey, where did you graduate? What place did you graduate in your high school class? First of all, how many people were in your high school class? Talking to Wayne here.
300-ish.
300-ish. So in one class, you were about a 3A school then.
Was North
East
Lincoln a
Lincoln?
thing?
No, East Lincoln was a 3A.
Was North Lincoln a thing then?
Yeah, well, you started
It wasn't
out with
because-
300, but you didn't finish with. I mean, that's the way we were. Our freshman class had a bunch, and we ended up with 176. Was our graduating
Weeded them
class.
out, huh?
176. Wow.
So
See,
she
when
graduated
we went to
We
East
had a
Lincoln.
lot more than that.
When we all went to East Lincoln, there was no North Lincoln, so pretty
No.
much a third of the county went to one school.
We were 3A. We played Charlotte schools and stuff. And we got
So you graduated from what
Drug.
school?
East Lincoln.
East Lincoln.
East Lincoln.
She was 2 years behind me, 3 years behind Bob.
And of the 300, you were high enough to get into NC State.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all.
She
we
was
know.
high. She don't want to say because she don't want to.
I don't think she was that high.
But what were the standards like back then?
What do you think I was? I don't want 76.
11.
Top 10.
I was 11.
Were you?
I was.
Wow.
What a nerd.
I was 11. How did you get that?
Because I have such a man.
You've heard me say that.
I have such a man crush on Wesley.
All right, so
I didn't make the top 10. Though.
I'm a fanboy of
You're a
Wesley.
fan.
176.
I have
How
never
big-
heard you tell me that before.
How big was Maiden?
It was a 2A.
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 You probably
But we
had-
should have been a 1A.
You probably had what? 100?
I recall 88.
Oh, really?
88.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good grief, man.
88.
What place were you, Kemp?
I was a C student.
You guys,
I
do
respect
you guys
that.
realize that? Like, I went to a 4A high school. Like, we had 2,500 kids in our. My high school was bigger than my college.
Where were you in your graduating class?
Somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle.
I think I was actually dead center in the middle when I looked
Yeah.
at it. It was 100 and something.
Wesley, I did not know that you were 11. I just looked at you and said, that guy's 11.
I just wanted somebody to guess, but I won't know if I would have said it, but you guessed exactly. I was like, wow. Have I told to say that before?
It's like your bibliographer.
I know.
What number were you, Bob? Now that we're getting personal.
It's seriously like 150 out of 300.
I don't even remember what number. I only remember I graduated high school with a 2.8, and I graduated college with a 2.8.
Did y'all have 300 graduate?
I hope so. If I was 100, I'm guessing no.
We
Well,
had like,
I just remember
Maybe-
we started out with close to 300 in our freshman year, and then that many people either dropped out or just stopped. I mean,
Here's the
I
difference.
thought that was crazy.
So here's the difference. We started, my freshman class was like in the 600s.
Yeah.
I think we graduated 370.
yeah, that's
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah.
There are people that listen that probably went to huge schools too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on that file that got corrupted for that Friday espresso shot, there was this funny story that was told.
And by now it's like, it was probably a month ago, right?
Yeah,
It's so outdated.
It's not been that long. It's been
Totally worth. This would be good telling a year from now.
well.
Is this a
that
moo
good.
point?
A what?
A moo point.
You're like a cow.
I thought the word was moot.
It's a cow's opinion. It doesn't matter.
I thought
Joey.
I
If
thought
you
you
know,
were
you
friends.
know.
Friend. Yeah.
Joey Tribbiani.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
a moo point.
I hope none of my black friends hear me hear me reference
Quote
Joey
friends.
Tribbiani. Yeah. All right.
No, they won't because they don't know who Joey Tribbiani is.
They don't know
Yeah.
who Joey Tribbiani is. Hey, so
Set the stage.
my daughter is a sophomore at the Appalachian State University, and we've been going up there for the home games. And sometimes we'll go up and come back we'll go up for the day and come back. Sometimes we'll stay a couple overnight. So for the Appalachian played the University of North Carolina. I think that weekend we stayed all night. Appalachian put up 40-some points in the fourth quarter, only to lose to the University of North Carolina by 2 points. And I'm telling you, it was a matter
It might have been 1 point, wasn't it?
60
but they were trying to go for
61,
two.
It was 2
It was
points.
two.
Yeah.
Originally, they went for two, didn't for the win, didn't get it. End up Carolina runs a kickback, and they end up getting an opportunity there at the end.
It
to
was the
tie.
craziest,
It was
by far the
insane.
craziest,
It was probably the wildest
insane
game of the year.
Craziest,
At that point.
most insane game.
It was the very
Up to
first
that
week.
point.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It was opening weekend, and that's what I got to see.
You were there, but
For the-
yet Bob and Wes is telling us how the game ended.
No,
is
no,
that?
this is a different game. This is the
I-
Carolina game.
It's a
This is
different
the
game.
Carolina game.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
Carolina game.
okay.
So I stayed for 4 quarters.
Yeah, he's
Oh, you were
building
there.
it up to say what happened.
Oh, you went
Right.
to it was the Troy game.
Yes,
Yeah,
stand by.
but
Anyway.
but yeah, and
So I'm
something
at the
happened after
Carolina
that.
game.
Yeah,
and I stay until the time expires, and I'm heartbroken. Now I watched Appalachian State Mountaineers blow like 2 or 3 plays that could have changed the course of the game. There was a 2-point conversion that they went for. They faked. It was a run pass option. Fake to the handoff. Fake the handoff to the running back. There was another running back that was so wide open in the end zone that he quit running his route and turned around to face the quarterback. Well, the quarterback was expecting him to keep running his route, and he threw it to the spot. Well, the guy turned around expecting him to just dump it, walk it to me right here. And the guy
would have been the game,
It
wouldn't
was it's game. That's game. And the quarterback overthrew him, threw him to the
That
spot.
was a 2-point conversion. Right?
That was a two-point conversion. So that probably would have just tied it up. They played. There's still time on the clock. We had the ball at the end of the game. Field goal, I think we missed. We missed the field, something like that. But we should have won the game. App should have won the game. Should have beat North Carolina. Would have been a huge victory for the Appalachian State Mountaineers. So they lose 61-63. 40 points that they put up in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So then the following week they go down to Texas A&M.
Number 6 in the country.
Texas A&M is ranked number 6 in the nation.
App's not ranked.
App's unranked. On the road, it's a money game.
Mm-hmm.
So Texas A&M is paying Appalachian State $1.5 million.
To log a W, basically.
Money
App
game.
goes down there, beats them, upsets them. Upsets number 6 ranked in the nation. The campus is going crazy all week long. Now, if you follow college football, if you follow college sports, College Game Day has decided we're going to go to Appalachian State.
Instead of College Station. Instead of going to Texas A&M to see them play Miami.
So not only did they pay them $1.5 million to beat them, they paid them $1.5 million to beat them,
And still
embarrass them, and then cause College Game Day to divert their game day experience to go
if you don't
back
know,
to
To
Appalachian
Boone, North
State.
Carolina.
to Boone. If you don't know, Home Depot College Game Day, if you follow college football, it's a big deal.
It's
Kirk
the
Herbstreit,
ESPN
Reese Davis.
pregame show
Yeah.
that starts
On location.
4 hours, 5 hours before the game.
9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Kirk
on-
Herbstreit, Reese Davis, Pat McAfee, Lee Corso,
Desmond Howard.
Desmond Howard.
So they're at Appalachian State, never been. They're going to Appalachian State and they're learning about Boone, North Carolina. And so it's a big deal. We go up there that weekend. We're there for College Game Day. We're tailgating with everybody. We're playing cornhole. People are grilling out. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. So we go into the game.
Is it Luke Bryant?
Now-
He was there?
Luke Combs?
Luke Combs. That's
Luke
what it
Combs.
was. That's
Luke
right.
Combs, yeah.
Who went to Appalachian State?
Yes, Luke Combs, country music singer, went to Appalachian State, flies from up north, from Minnesota,
From Wisconsin.
comes down to Boone, North Carolina on a private jet, gets in a Sprinter, goes over to do College Game Day, gets back on the plane, goes back. It's a big deal. It's a lot going on. Kind of like what's going on in the background of this
what in the world?
podcast right now. Should we shut that door? Yeah, get it, Sean. So that all that's going on now. All week long, I'm telling my wife and I'm telling everybody, they went down there, upset Texas A&M. They upset them. College Game Day is here for this week, and the students have been partying all week long because of the upset. Troy knows that this is a big deal because this is who they're playing. And Troy, I'm telling you, Appalachian State is ripe for an upset. Ripe for it. So we go in the game, kick the ball off. We jump on them, 7-0, right away. I'm going, we're going to run them out of the building. Well, not so fast, my friends, in the words of Lee Corso.
That's right.
So we play back and forth. It's 28-24 in the final minutes of the game. Troy is up on App State. And I remind you, I've said all week long, App is ripe for the upset. App gets the ball back. They go down inside of the red zone. It's 1st and goal, like inside the 12, 1st and goal. Now, mind you, I've already sat through North Carolina, and we lost to North Carolina. 1st and goal, don't get it. 2nd and goal, 3rd and goal, 4th and goal, don't convert. I look at my wife and say, get your stuff. We're leaving. You like this. Get your stuff. We're leaving. She looks at me in return and says, there's still time on the clock. And I say to her, get your stuff. We're leaving. I go storming down the steps.
You both grab your purses and start marching down the stairs, huh?
We go storming down the steps. I'm pouting. I get out of the stadium. I'm walking across the campus, and there's probably 10 of us, a group of 10 walking across campus because we're all sad.
So what you didn't see during the game was Appalachian State held them. It was 4th down.
Oh, stand by. I'll get there.
Okay.
Yeah. We're walking across campus. Somebody says, there's a group of 10 of us walking across campus. Somebody says, we got a safety. So what did I miss?
What you missed was they took an intentional safety up by 5 or 4.
28-24.
So there's up. Okay.
There was up 4.
Up 4. So you had to score a touchdown to beat them.
Yep.
So they took a safety.
Yep.
Which basically cut the lead down to 2, in which case a field goal will actually later be. But in that instance, they didn't want to be. They thought they would give the ball back to Appalachian State around. It makes no sense to me why he did a safety.
Well,
even before whatever happened, it made no sense why you would take intentional safety.
Well,
You're not Bill Belichick.
I can make sense of it because I would rather give you 2 points, move up 40 yards or 30 yards, whatever it is, and then punt the ball maybe the length of the field.
It depends on how much time was on the clock.
And make you go the length of the field rather than punt the ball to you from my own
But what
end zone.
happens is you don't have to actually go the length of the field to score. You would have to just move in field goal range, which would be around the 35 or something like that.
Well, but
and then you would lose on a field goal.
But 35 is not necessarily great for a college kicker, though. That's NFL kicker. That's a 52-yarder. But like if you're a college kicker, you want it at inside the 30.
So the quarterback, Troy quarterback, runs out of the back of the end zone, tries to eat up a bunch of time.
I don't think it's a horrible decision.
Runs out the back, and it may not, because what happened was they could never move the ball. They do have to punt it. They get a free kick. App gets it on their own side of the field.
Yeah.
And for 3 downs, they were ineffective, and they literally had just seconds left. Probably one play for a Hail Mary.
So I
think it was 2 seconds.
Now, while all of this is going on,
at that point, it looked like a brilliant move.
While all this is going on, I'm halfway across campus, and I hear we're all, not me, but there's people in our group that they're refreshing their phones.
And what you heard was
I heard we got a safety, and I thought, they got a safety. So what? I'm still leaving. And then about 3 minutes later, as I'm strutting across campus, mad and pouting, I hear the loudest roar. And when App State scores a touchdown, they fire these cannons, the muskets. Boom! But they only fire those when it's a touchdown, not a field goal. Right. I hear boom.
And you're like, what?
And I go, no. No way. There's absolutely no way. So people are frantically refreshing their phone. They're on the ESPN app, refreshing their phone. Somebody holds their phone up and says, 32-28, we won.
A Hail Mary from what, 45 maybe?
Yeah, and
did not make it. It probably went. It went
to about the 5-yard line. It was a big scrum, and the defender did what he's supposed to do.
Knock it down.
He slaps it back. There's a app guy just standing there, a receiver, or guy just a gunner, and basically he goes right in his and he goes around the pile.
Guy on the end
and
block.
goes to the pylon.
Yeah. It'd
been great to be there in person.
It would have been. Oh my God!
Amazing. Tell your kids about that.
I mean, what a life story!
I guarantee you, probably the game of the year. No.
So here's the question.
Of the year, but
has Megan talked to you since that day?
Yeah. Oh, it's
probably going to win an ESPY.
It's probably an ESPY.
Probably.
You know where I was? Halfway across campus. Yeah. But
guess who celebrated as if he watched the whole thing?
But guess who missed all the traffic?
You know,
was it worth it?
You know what I did, Sean? I went back to my tailgate spot, pulled my cooler back out of the trunk,
and just sat there and said, "Yeah,
we did it."
Popped my chair open. Yeah, we won.
Tell them about
Kemp had a P or something on his chest. He was part of the Appalachian State they had spelled out. I don't know what they spelled when you left.
Tell them about the text you got from everybody.
Oh, everybody was texting me. Unbelievable. Bob Sims, John Long, Dan Henderson. Unbelievable. Can't believe it. Oh, my goodness.
Can't believe you got to see that.
Wow.
My wife thought thought I'd hurt myself upstairs because I started screaming. I was watching that game and I ran downstairs and was like, showed her because I had 2 TV screens, but then I was watching that one on my phone.
People were texting me going, I cannot believe you were there for that. And I just said, amazing.
And you're like,
Here's my ticket.
I cannot believe I was not there for that.
I was technically in the vicinity.
I heard the roar.
I heard the roar, and I wasn't in the stadium. And so here's what's worse is we have season tickets, and the people in front of us have season tickets. Mm-hmm. So the following home game, I have to walk back up those steps.
Oh, my gosh.
And they're just sitting there with their arms folded, shaking their head at me.
That's awesome.
You left. You missed it. I was like, and I just yelled at them. I go, walk of shame.
Yeah.
This is my walk of shame right now. I'm climbing these steps to get back to my seat. This is the walk.
They should have made you leave that last game too.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 minutes ago, like, you need to go.
Yeah. Yeah. No
Hey,
doubt.
everybody like, aren't you supposed to be going by now?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened next game is y'all blew a 21-point lead or 28-3 lead to was it? Well, no, didn't.
Listen,
It was James Madison.
I know
Madison,
you
who's
say
undefeated.
Do you see how natural it is for you to say y'all, and you say we when you think about Alabama football? Mm-hmm. You say we when you think about Virginia Tech, but the closest major football to us, the closest football to us, Division I football is where?
Charlotte.
Ah, yeah. I forgot about Charlotte.
But they're easily forgettable, though.
Yeah.
See, I'm
It's
an
easy to
alum there,
forget.
but I've never been to a game.
Yeah,
Have you never been to a game?
They didn't have football when I was there, so
they
I
didn't.
don't.
I went there. They didn't.
Bob was there. So it's kind of weird to even think.
We're a basketball school.
Yeah, we were a basketball school when we were there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And our biggest thing was like making the Sweet 16. That was like
We had like
victory.
Rodney White and all them.
Yeah.
All right, how much time we got, Ian?
She didn't start the clock. Remember, woman.
Remember.
She didn't start the clock. Hey,
I got a clock right here.
Where we at?
23 minutes.
how did your Virginia Tech Hokies do against Carolina, Sean?
Horrible. I'm gonna say it straight out. They got UNC beat the brakes off of them. Yeah. I gotta give the coach time, right?
Yeah, it means at least 3 years.
That's in the college ranks.
Let him get his recruits in.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah,
It's been it's a rough road. I think he's gonna do well,
yeah.
but he's got. We haven't had a consecutive quarterback, consistent quarterback year over year.
I can't believe that somehow Shane Beamer, who's at South Carolina, didn't end up at Virginia Tech.
He wasn't going to leave at SEC school.
Right.
Yeah, even though
He's a good coach.
South Carolina really counts as SEC school, but
Yeah, it is. Folks, we don't know what we're talking about on Monday. No. Do we know right now what we're talking about this Monday? What's coming out?
No, but I can't wait to show. It's
gonna be our best show ever, though.
Oh, yeah.
Espresso Shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
gonna
Sunday
watch
was
it
the
right
best. They had to. When everybody was laughing though, they found out, and then I think that they said Marty mentioned it, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Marty mentioned it during the sermon.
That's such a great
because
story.
I said that my excuse for Megan missing the game, the end of the biggest play of her life, was follow me as I follow Christ.
Never
Get
been
your stuff.
You've never been at a game where it was a memorable game where people remember that. They'll show that same way as they'll show that a lot. Kind of like when they beat Michigan.
Yeah, when they
like
blocked
that.
the kick. Yeah.
Or like
But
that
it's
Auburn
much more-
Alabama game.
Exactly. It's a much more. That would have been the first time you would have probably been at a place where you could have stormed the field and ripped down goalposts.
Yep. You know where I was?
Much better.
Halfway across campus.
Halfway across.
Much better story.
Have you guys
didn't
ever
even jump in the duck pond?
Yep.
have you guys ever stormed a
I've
field?
seen it. I've seen us field storming.
I've done it once.
I've seen it done by South Carolina when they beat Alabama after our national championship year. We played. We were number one in the nation. We went down to Columbia. College game day was there, and they had somebody named Alshon Jeffries.
Was that when Stephen Garcia
Ran out the back of the end zone, or threw a safe. Yeah, he threw it out the back of the end zone for a safety, and we had Mark Ingram. We had who's the we had
AJ
McElroy.
McCarron
We had McElroy, and we had who's the guy for Tampa Bay, wide receiver? Guy for Atlanta.
Julio Jones.
Evans.
We had somebody named Julio Jones, and they stormed the field.
I actually stormed the field, and we tore down the go poles. And Carson Newman, we beat Slippery Rock for it to in the first round of the playoffs to go to this is for us to go to the national championship.
Carson Newman used to be a powerhouse.
Real quick, did you see the Clemson NC State game last week?
And
I know Ann did. I know Ann did because she's
time,
the
guys.
alumni.
Make sure you follow us on all the podcasts.
Who's your favorite?
All that
Anyway.
jazz. And
But
we'll
Clemson,
catch you next time.
Clemson beat NC State.
Oh gosh.
Clemson beat NC State, and they stormed the field.
Yeah, that was.
Why would you storm the field after beating NC State?
After all you've done.
That wasn't an upset for them. It would have been if State would have won.
Yeah, why would you storm a field
It's foolish.
when you're like 5th in the nation?
They should be embarrassed.
They were 5th, and NC State was 10th. That was not enough. They should have been an underdog.
That's like when Carolina or Duke beats each other on the home court. They don't storm the court.
Yeah.
Even if the other team's ranked very high, like you just don't do it.
Yep.
All right.
Let's end this.
Thank you for being vulnerable, Ken.
Yeah.
It's good. Talking about it is part of the healing process.
It is. Yeah, I have to laugh to keep from crying. I can't wait to figure out what it is we're going to talk about on Monday, folks. Thank you for sipping with us on this Friday morning espresso shot. We will see you on Monday.